Up until this point, it seems to me that when Rachel was living with you originally, you allowed her to transfer money to herself pretty much whenever she wanted, and you didn't check. You told me you were unclear or unsure about how much over the years, over the period we're talking about, which is from 2016, how many occasions Rachel has taken money from your account and transferred it to herself. You are unable to come up with a figure.
Correct.
Would you like to have a guess? Roughly.
About 2.5.
2,500?
Yeah, maybe more.
But around that sort of sum. In preparation for this case, I invited my clerk to go through the relevant accounts, looking exclusively at transfers that took place from your account to Rachel's. The total sum that's been taken from your account into hers is £7,734. That the first time you've heard that, sir?
Yes.
What does that money mean to you?
Well, quite a lot.
What does it do to you to hear that?
Shocked.
£7,734.
It's a shock to me too.
Perhaps you'd like a chair to sit on. Stuart, this is a very important question. Did there come a time, after you discovered that this money had gone, where you specifically said to Rachel she must no longer go online and use your bank account?
I did tell her you'd have to stop.
What date roughly was that, sir?
About 6 months ago.
Remember that? Do you remember that?
No. And to be fair, he didn't stop me doing it. So I carried on.
What do you make of Stuart? What do you think of him?
Not a lot.
How would you describe him?
Pushover. Like a puppet on a string, I guess.
You withdrew your consent in June 2018.
Yes.
That's around the time, it's a couple of months before you were forced to move back home with Mum.
Yep.
When your bank account had been completely depleted. I assume, therefore, once you were living at home, that you wouldn't have heard anything further from Rachel, correct?
Correct.
Can't be true. 2 weeks ago, having looked at your bank account, I have seen a further transfer, sir. Do you know how much that was for?
About £800 over 2 weeks.
£800. Did you give permission for her to use that money?
No, she asked me if she could pay I could pay a phone bill for her. I said yes, but then money disappeared. She said it from the phone company.
Since the time that you said she could no longer go online and had no permission whatsoever, do you know the total sum that she has taken?
About 1,000, I expect.
£2,968. Pushover, you entitled to this money?
Don't know what to say to that, really.
Have a go.
Well, I just keep going back to the same thing. I mean, what would you do if somebody had given you your bank details and you take your money out and they send you a text saying, "Where's my money?" with a kiss on the end? Wouldn't you carry on?
Madam, you are a disgrace.
It's like a gift in a way.
Did you just come into my courtroom and suggest to me that abusing the trust of this gentleman was a gift? Did you just suggest to me that dishonesty is an appropriate way to behave Did you just come into my court and tell me that that sort of misappropriation, theft or fraud is okay? Did you? Did you?
But he didn't stop.
Did you?
He didn't stop me.
Did you do that? Get out. Get her out. Out. Leave. In thousands of cases I have done, I have never met a more brazen, a more unpleasant, a more dishonest, a more foul defendant than I have seen in this court. And I am sorry to you, sir, because you've been abused. And you know what? You're not the only person affected by this. I'm sorry to say that she won't hear this. I've been given a statement by your daughter, Anne.
Emily.
You listen to this, sir, because this has to stop. My dad, Stuart, was with Rachel for 8 years. My dad is dyslexic and struggles with computers, so allowed Rachel to take control of his finances online. My dad thought that this was the case until he received a letter from the council which stated that he had unpaid council tax. It was then that we realised that Rachel had not been paying the bills at all and instead had been paying herself. They split up soon afterwards, around 2 years ago, after she left him for someone else, and my dad moved in back with my gran. To this day, Rachel still has access to my dad's account and still transfers herself money. She must owe him thousands now. My family really dislike Rachel and feel sorry for my dad. We think he still loves her, and he's a softie and can't say no. So, do you still love her?
As a friend, yes.
It's got to stop. It's over. Do you understand?
Yep.
Also, when you leave here, I'm going to ask you to get in touch with your daughter to change all of the passwords on your computer. Do you assure me you will do that?
I will.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.